This video is about push-ups. I've been doing 200 push-ups a day for the last 40 days. I started out before that, and I hadn't been doing any push-ups, and then I did maybe 5, and then I did a little bit more, and eventually I was doing around 100 or so, maybe for a few days. And then at some point I decided to try 200. Most of the things I had read said that there's really no benefit from doing 100 a day, and 200 a day, I guess it would be no benefit either. And so some people on the internet do that. I started out with kind of a lazy attitude. I didn't try real hard. I started out doing them in sets of 30. And I would do a bunch of sets of 30 until I got around 200. And then after a while, after doing them for a while, I got where I could do 40 in each set. And then along the way, I had a tree limb fall and hit on top of the house, and then I had to go out and clean it up, and then I still had to do 200 that day too. And so it was a huge limb, and so I used a handsaw to cut it down. And so that particular day, I even wore myself out even more for a couple of days, but I still managed to do the 200 a day. In the last 5 days or so, I've done 250, and I have had at least another 5 days where I've done at least 250, and I had one day that I did 300. And the original goal was to try to do something like 1,000, but somewhere along the way, I had to cut back on my goals a little bit. But I still have managed 200 every day for 40 consecutive days, at least 200 or better for 40 straight days. So I think one thing that happened early on is that I noticed my stomach muscles were getting weak. After about 12 or 13 days, I began worried that I could even strain myself or something, because the stomach muscles were weak. But after a while, they got stronger, and so I didn't have a problem with that anymore. And so that was really the only major thing. Most of the time, usually, even after I've been doing it for a really long time, the first 40 in the morning is usually the hardest for me for some reason. And then after that, it's a lot easier the rest of the time to do them. So it's not nearly as hard. And I don't know how long I'm going to keep them up, but I'm just kind of doing it right now, just to be doing something. Anyway, that's all I have for now. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and thanks a lot.